Woo.
Meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned. Recording over.
Yay!
Wait, so did the meeting start, or?
I started recording, so yes, the meeting has officially started. We're not getting a third bonus episode out of this. I really liked the first 2 episodes. I think they're some of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
I think Wen Lee just like sitting there having to like deal with people questioning him and then giving witty retorts is just like some of the best things the show has.
It is satisfying.
The guy's all just idiot.
It had such a strong script. That
Yeah,
script for that episode was incredible.
Yeah, he was just dog walking them the entire time. It's like every single thing they'd point out is like, yeah, well, here's all the reasons why it's wrong. Also, I'm gonna like do a subtle jab at your intelligence and call you a corrupt parasite. Actually.
I mean, they're literally just debating philosophy.
Yeah, the entire thing was just like a big philosophy debate. No, the entire like setup for this episode was great because it opening on like a pseudo recap, which is just Wen Lee writing an email, was like a really good opener to an episode. And basically, just him confirming, is like, yeah, we really need to like coexist with Reinhardt. We're not gonna. It's not in our best interest to fight him.
I thought it was funny how much they hyped up Mashingo being able to take down like a squad of people, and he loses his first time he fights a squad of people.
Okay, he takes down quite a few though, at least.
No, I think he does a pretty good job. I think.
Yeah, it's just they were hyping him up quite a bit, saying, "Oh no, he could take down a squad."
Well,
okay, that's literally Shenkop who says that.
Yeah.
The known exaggerator.
Okay, if Shenkop was there, he could have taken down like 10 times the amount of men though. So. Although they kind of needed him for episode 3. But no, completely set the tone right. Did the email writing thing at the start, no OP, which tells you it's going to be a great episode usually.
The other thing with 31 is
Yes.
Yang's the first one who like sees Pheasant as a real threat. He's like, wait a minute, Pheasant orchestrated this?
Yeah, he's like watching a cartoon. He's like, oh, yeah, Pheasant is totally doing something. They're like paying to have the cartoons subliminally advertise their propaganda.
There's Pheasant lies in the cartoon.
No, this entire set of 5 episodes, when Yang just keeps saying things, they're like, yeah, here's exactly what I'd do, or here's what's happening. And it either cuts just before that or just after that with like someone else like describing that's the plan. It's just Wen Lee like mind reading across the galaxy.
He's just that good.
He is just the guy.
I do feel like he has had a lot more screen time than Reinhardt recently, I feel. Or not even just screen time, but just in being really cool and doing stuff well. I mean, Reinhardt's kind of losing it.
I mean, Reinhardt's gotten his end goal for now. He still has to take over the entire galaxy, whereas Wen Lee is not like in charge of the Federation yet.
I don't know.
It's also the Empire is a lot more stable at the moment, and that is a lot less interesting than the Alliance's shaky ground, and Wen Lee having to deal with the shaky Alliance.
I guess. So what do you think? You think Wen Lee's going to become a dictator, or are they just like spamming that? They're trying to like throw like a red herring.
I don't
think
so. I think it's a red herring.
I don't think that's a risk. I think Reinhardt will go too far. I don't think Wen Lee will.
I think there's going to be a time where it's ready for him to do it, and he's going to say, no, I'm passing. And that's going to be like his big moment.
Yeah.
I think the Alliance is going to crumble on itself, and Wen Lee is going to get propped up as a leader by other people.
Yeah, like he's going to have no choice. It's like, oh, well, everyone I like is going to die if I don't do this. I guess I'm doing this.
Yeah, that does sound, that's probably what's going to happen.
They're dropping so many hints as like, oh yeah, societies that act against their own people collapse, and like they keep dropping lines like that. It's like, yeah, they are setting up for the Alliance's collapse.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was thinking that Pheasant is gonna keep on pushing Reinhardt or Wen Lee to like they're gonna keep pushing propaganda that he's a dictator in the making, and then like Pheasant is gonna collapse. That's my thought.
I think Pheasant lost a lot of ground this set of 5 episodes because both the Empire and Wen Lee basically walked away. It's like, yeah, Pheasant is doing this. I mean, we'll get to Reinhardt talking about the Empire's perspective later, but
I don't think Wenli would do anything to Pheasant though.
No, but
I
I think by
Reinhardt
virtue of
would.
Wenli like surrounding himself with people that like him, other people are gonna like slowly root out Pheasant, either before or after the collapse of the alliance.
Yeah, I can't believe Pheasant's airing anti-alliance propaganda
Oh, for the
on TV.
airwaves. Yeah, actually nuts. You can guess where the X was in that one. We also got a bit of Wenli backstory for his parents, of his mom dying at 5 and his dad being a merchant.
We still don't have the entire backstory. It's crazy.
I like the line where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, he was penniless when it became clear that every antique he inherited was fake. His dad literally had like probably stockpiles of antiques and they were all fake and worth nothing. It's awesome.
Unfortunate.
Skill issue. Next time, be a better merchant.
Well, his dad was an awful merchant. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't Ying's fault.
Skill issue for being born for.
I like that there were multiple people at the conference when Winley was being questioned who like were obviously fed up with it. It's like, no, this is stupid. Like it wasn't a unanimous like lynching of Winley. You had at least like a couple guys, and they were like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Yeah, they talk a little bit more about who that guy is in the book. Just the fact that he was there before TrueNet, and he's kind of the only one that. I mean, there's like one guy.
I mean,
multiple.
They brought that up back on episode 12 because I was like, "Oh shit, I recognize that name."
Yeah, he was from a previous episode. I was going to recognize the name, but I recognized him, I think.
I don't know who says it, because I wrote down this quote. I don't know who I wrote down, but one of the Alliance soldiers, I think in Iserlon, says, "Who are you, Oberstein?" Like, did you guys know Oberstein? Is that like like, that feels weird that they would know who that is.
No, like every single person is basically a huge celebrity from like the admirals of both sides, I think, is the idea.
That feels weird. Like, why would you know like a soldier from the enemy side who isn't even a soldier? I mean, he's a
okay.
Clerk,
you gotta remember this is space boats, so it's back to like the era of like knightly chivalry almost. So Oberstein is like the knight, and all the peasants like, oh, I know Oberstein from France, even though I'm an English soldier.
Yes. Yeah. Damn. I agree with the tiny, and then Pika, you said that, and I'm like, oh fuck, yeah, that makes sense.
No, I think it's reasonable that they know who Oberstein is. Like, I think any of the like top admirals of the Empire are fair game for the Alliance people.
I think the top admirals, sure, but I think Oberstein should be more secretive in nature, but maybe not.
He literally is like right hand of.
Yeah, I mean, anyone in the
like
Empire.
Advisor.
Anyone in the Empire would objectively know him, like 100%. I agree. It's just how much is like information getting passed between the Empire
and Mercats completely joined their side, so he probably gave like a full debriefing of all the important figures.
That's true.
I can only imagine.
And that I already mentioned, it's crazy. He can just show up on the other side and not get like murdered. But
well, paid off.
Well, feels like a huge thing to not allow, but whatever.
The other thing I really liked from this episode is all of the Bukak character stuff.
What?
Oh, he's great. He's a great character.
I like that he was just like, yeah, I know this room's bugged, but what the fuck are they gonna do about it? They already like they know and I know that I have no alliance to them, and also they can't use this in court anyways because it's illegal to bug me. So fuck it. They can know I'm conspiring.
Yeah.
And that's just awesome. And then Wenli almost escapes. He writes his resignation letter.
I really thought Wenli was it was close for Wenli.
I thought he was gonna resign and then they'd get the call and they're like, so please come back. We need you. And then he'd be like, okay.
That's beginning of the next episode.
Yeah, the letter payoff is that next episode. But
yeah.
No, that's all I wanted to say about episode 1. I really like that episode. And episode 2. They're kind of a two-parter.
Yeah.
I guess my first actual comment is a physics check. The beam size being 100 angstroms is really funny because that's about 100 times the size of a normal X-ray. And I don't know, I didn't feel like thinking about the physical implications of an X-ray that is that large. But
I mean, then it's not going to be an X-ray; it's a gamma ray. Or it's larger.
no, so I think
I don't know what.
they're still sending X-ray beams, but they're sending it in like a tube of 100 angstroms in size instead of like a tiny tube sending like a small beam. Is I think what they're going for.
But
I don't
if you
think they were
change
talking
the
about
wavelength,
yeah, I don't think they were talking about the wavelength of the X-ray. I think they were talking about the physical size of the aperture that was shooting them.
oh, so like it's like 10 atoms wide.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it shows a hell of a lot bigger of a blast than that, but it doesn't make sense for it to be 100 angstrom in size as an X-ray because it's not an X-ray.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's how I interpret it.
I don't know.
But I think the math in like physics is funny in this show. That's all I'm gonna say about it from this episode.
Yeah, I think on the subject of the tactics, though, I think for the most part, like tactics are fine in this show. But the entire Gayest is absurd.
I had a lot of tactics in episode 3 that I want to talk about. I really like some of the tactics that happened, but we'll get
I'm just saying the entire the overall strategy of, first of all, if they can warp anything now, why don't they just warp a giant asteroid directly into Iserlon?
Yeah, especially because later they discuss how he probably should have just crashed it into the fortress. Then why did you send the fortress and not like a rock?
Why
I
did
know
you just use
it
the
is later, but
I
do.
It was a bunch of chunks of ice.
No, Paul, they don't know about the ice tactic yet. That was Wen Lee's side, so it's safe.
Why doesn't Wen Lee just start fucking hurling ice at them? I guess Wen Lee doesn't want to
kill people.
Needless, yeah.
So that's why the Empire is safe. So they like wrote their way out of that being a huge issue.
Shenkop's just got to do that. Shenkop's gonna go behind his back and just start hurling them out there. Doesn't even matter where.
I think Shenkop would be like, okay, launch me at light speed. I can take it, and I'll like bring my axe.
This
and then Wen Lee will like roll his eyes at him and.
Oh, you wagging his finger at him.
Yeah, I think that's more of what Shenkop would want to do. I think he's more of the in it for the battle kind of guy. But no, carrying on with the episode.
Gravity check?
Okay, the gravity thing was clever. I think I didn't want to do like the mathematical physics on like would that work as shown. That would work to a degree. So I'm willing to like, okay, that is true. The gravity would like make it pool. Kind of the like downside of having a liquid fortress, admittedly.
The hydro metals.
Also on the topic of me talking about Oberstein, would they really know about Curtius's death as well? Would that have gotten past to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I
feel like all the communication just feels weird.
Okay, it's been a year, so we can just assume that like people defect like at a rate of like a few thousand every year from both sides.
I guess that makes sense. Anyway, let's go Mercats. I love Mercats.
Yeah. I love Mercats as well. I think he's awesome. I don't remember which episode he did his attack. Was it this episode that he took control? Yeah,
33.
Yeah.
33, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just exciting to have the other side of the enemy like fighting. I like the mixing of the different the two cultures.
Yeah, I like that after Mercats does his stuff, his own like the Alliance side is like, man, it's kind of unfair how many like talented people the Empire has.
I like after every time Mercats does something, everyone has to go like, yeah, I agree with Mercats because he was ex-Empire.
I mean, he is just like proven top tier tactical general. So.
Yeah, I'm also glad that he's not just not like. I feel like if I were in that position, I'd be so commanding and just constantly battering around everyone's like, you fucking idiot. Why would you ever do that? But He stays in his corner, and then once he's told to do something, he does it, and then he goes back to his corner.
I mean, I think he's better suited
it's
for
very
Wenley's
satisfying.
side, considering Wenley's side is more tactical, I think, than a lot of the Empire was, at least before he defected.
Yeah.
Now the Empire's kind of shaping up because they kind of purged all of the like actually brain dead people for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, the Alliance just has to be more tactical because they have less numbers.
Yeah, they're at a disadvantage, so they have to play smarter. But the second half of the panel determining Wenley's fate had a lot of good lines as well. I like that he just basically flat out said, yeah, you guys are parasites. Also, very clearly, I was brought here like on purpose so that the attack would happen and I'm not there, so someone should resign. And like, I expect a letter explaining why I was brought here. And then he just leaves. And then Mr. Green Man immediately follows up after he leaves, like, yeah, no, he's right. Fuck all of you. Someone's gonna have to resign.
Someone has to resign. It's not going to be him. That's the line.
Was that in this episode where he sets up Julian's gonna marry the child?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that Wenley's like, yeah, man, right now you don't see it, but like when you're 26, she'll be 18, so.
Only 8 years difference.
And I like that immediately after that, he obviously returns as like, yeah, you and Greenhill. That's basically the same age difference, you know.
Felt very dense when he brought that up about Green Hill and Wenley, and I'm like, oh fuck, yeah, that does make perfect sense. So I'm like, why didn't I see that before?
I mean, I'm pretty
And
sure
I'm sure one of you guys already mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're setting up Wenley and Greenhill and Hilda and Reinhardt as the two power
Yeah.
couples. Like, that
Yeah,
seems
they
pretty
both
clear.
go after the blonde hair.
Two of the like most conventionally attractive women in the show, ignoring the child Paulu just posted.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, she's 18 now.
No, she's not 18 now. She'll be
No.
18 when Julian's 26.
And Julian
Oh.
is. Hold on, I think I have his age written down.
She's literally like 8 or something right now. She's 8 and he's like 16 or something.
He's
like
17.
That. Okay.
Barely legal.
So 9. So yeah, she's 9.
Just 2 more years, Julian. You just gotta wait 2 more years.
Damn, Julian.
Let's see what else for this episode.
Which episode are we on?
We're still on episode 2.
I thought 2 and 3.
I thought 3.
Okay, well, to finish off 2 quickly, I like that Kemp sent like the military greeting, showing that like, yeah, this is just like old English chivalry knights.
Oh yeah.
And then I like the like dialogue. It's like, yeah, this should be considered past tense now, as Sirlon never taking damage. Cutting into episode 3.
So what's stopping them from just building one of those guns on a ship rather than on a fortress?
I assume it takes a lot of power generation that you can't fit on a ship. We see it also literally maybe like obliterate hundreds, if not thousands, of ships in a single shot. I think the power output. Actually, they tell us the amount of wattage it takes. And then even if you build on a ship, I don't think that too. I don't think a ship could continuously fire it either. Like even if you could build a ship that could house it, it can maybe do one shot versus the fortress that can like shoot them off rapid fire. But no,
I laughed really hard at the space horses.
The space horses were so funny. It was just a space horse battle axe battle on top of the liquid fortress, and like none of that is sensical. But it's really cool, so I forgive it. Also, I really liked the music that was playing during it. Like everything about that scene was awesome, except for thinking about like the logistics of why they do that.
It all felt like Star Wars shooting one little bolt in the Death Star and just suddenly blows up. It's like that doesn't make too much sense.
No, he should have
Why
done
would
the
you ever
power core. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, this all doesn't make too much sense, but it's cool, you know.
I don't necessarily know, as I was saying before when it was brought up, I don't necessarily know if the physics check holds up for the making the liquid flow as much as they did with gravity. It would, but I don't think it would do it that much that it would like completely remove all of the back armor of the fortress and also like flood the main guns.
Yeah, wouldn't it also do it for both as well? Or is that what?
Geisberg isn't
I
liquid
don't
metal,
remember.
I don't think. I think it's Isolon's the liquid metal one only.
Oh, okay.
I was just assuming that every fortress had that at that point. Because
Maybe
Isolon was built
is
by
just
the
like,
Empire.
I mean, Isolon has more of it probably because it's a bigger fortress.
I'll be honest, I'd forgotten Geisberg fortress even existed until they started bringing it up for Warp, and I'm like, oh, they do have another fortress. Okay.
I hope they bring up a third fortress instead of they do a repeat of this, but like it wins. Like this was the setup for like, oh, this is how you're supposed to win a fortress fight. So they just launched Geisberg 2.
Dude, fucking warp some atomic bombs in the center of it. Oh, fucking.
Or just a big rock. You don't even need a bomb.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, they kind of hand waved why they can't do that because of the fact that the corridor is so unstable. They couldn't even warp the fortress close enough to it. So I think that was their like, you can't actually warp things close enough to do something.
Okay.
Because it was still what?
You win.
Semi
You win this
fast.
time, Peter.
Yeah, semi faster than light travel of the fortress post warp, or not faster than light, but probably like near light speed. Still took 14 hours after they warped.
I was way too lazy to calculate it, but they did specify, by the way, this is slightly unrelated, the distance between Iserlon and Hannison and the time it takes for him to travel. So you could actually calculate how fast they're traveling.
Ah, shit. I did not write that down. You totally could.
It might have been only in the book that they mentioned it, but because I think they mentioned it was like 3 weeks between the two. But I don't remember the distance.
I mean, if they're going faster than light, then it's kind of hard to like judge.
Also, this fortress battle took a long time in the whole time of the show because it started on April 10th and it ends at where the year's barely half over.
Oh, like this entire arc?
Yeah, these episodes. It was
like
a few
3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we know that 4 weeks passed between Wenli getting the news and then Wenli showing up.
Yeah.
I was kind of, yeah, okay. My initial thought was that he was already on the way there, and then in the middle of me talking, I'm like, well, that's fucking stupid. He left the inquiry because...
Yeah, they literally let him leave because of it.
Yeah.
Fuck, was this the one where they do the, no, that's next episode I'm thinking of. So I'll bring that up next episode. Mercat's taking control of the fleet and just, like, immediately routing the enemy. Showing that he's way better than... Because the problem is they have the glory-filled Captain, or Admiral Kempf, and then, Mueller, who's, like, more fresh. Up against, like, seasoned veteran.
Yeah.
So one of them's making bad choices because he wants to, like, walk away victorious, and then the other one is making less good choices because he isn't as seasoned. So it was just a bad matchup.
Also, when Mueller makes the right choice.
And Mueller almost like actually won this, but he was ordered not to, and he had to like, okay, I guess I can't win this.
He just didn't have the confidence.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like if he did do it anyways, and like he explained to Reinhardt like, no, that's the correct move. Actually, you're not getting punished for this. Actually, no, Reinhardt might like pseudo punish him because he can't have people disobeying orders.
But what if it was the wrong move, and then he just fucks over everything? So it's like, yeah. What if it didn't work out?
I don't know. I do like that he immediately saw through the ruse. It's like, no, Wenli is not on that ship actually.
Oh, you're discussing that. I mean, I like that concept that they don't, because like every time, I don't know. Well, like when there's prisoners and they're being tortured and they're like, oh, they said this prisoner said that. It's like it's one fucking dude.
Well, yeah, they didn't
Like,
believe
and
it
you're gonna
because of
trust
that.
him.
They believed it as soon as they had the other prisoner say that was a tactic and a ruse. It's like, oh, well, why the fuck would they send someone to say that unless it was actually true? The first guy that we found out that from.
Yeah, I just like the they don't, because I swear in movies when a prisoner says two words suddenly, oh, that's truth, that's 100% true, let's do it.
Especially when like
Um,
studies have been done to show that like torture-based admissions are almost like worthless usually.
yeah,
Because people will literally just say
yeah,
anything that they think you want to hear if they're being tortured.
I kind of thought that I was a little surprised that they even had torture in this. I kind of assumed that they wouldn't do that. I wonder if the Alliance would torture their prisoners.
I mean, probably, but like
Or
not under Wenli. I think Sector's the Alliance would.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, Wenli's more like a Fire Emblem protagonist where he just recruits them.
Yeah, he just Wenli does
Conscripted.
pass charisma checks, and not by being charismatic, but just by being really smart. Like his intelligence checks, like circumvent his charisma checks a lot of the time.
Yeah, he is the brainiac person for the king.
True.
All the checks.
It's like a FTK reference. All of our viewers are going to get that.
What?
As Pirate played it,
Pyro,
all
have you played the
viewer.
hit game for the King? Me, Paulu, and Cribbles played it together. It's a good game. Although you'll need 2 other people to play it with.
And you live 12-hour time zone off from us.
Yeah, that's true. Also, we're not inviting you to play that with us, to be clear. But
It is a 3-player game.
I'm just saying it's a
3
good
people.
game. Anyways, for episode 34, I like that Kempf was like, yeah, no, just say that we have an advantage. And then Reinhardt immediately was like, oh, okay, Runtal and Mittenmeyer, you have to go right now. He's going to lose this.
You have to go. He's trolling.
And then Reinhardt's like, oh, this may sound radical. We should have just like smashed the fortresses together. Or was that oversight? One of them said that.
They both, yeah, Reinhardt said that, and also Wenli said it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I like that both of them say that.
Yeah, that's part of what I said earlier, where like things kept happening, and then it would cut to Wenli, who'd say the exact thing that was going to happen.
That yeah, they said the exact same thing that Reinhardt said, and I'm like, I feel like this is getting a little too on the nose at this point of how like.
Wenli's
Yeah.
not even there. He can't even see the situation. He's just like thinking about what the hell he'd do if he was in that situation.
Yeah.
And like he's right. If you just fucking launch the fortress at the other fortress, I don't think they'd think fast enough to blow off their engine and make it spin. They'd probably like evacuate the
Yeah.
fortress and both fortresses go down, and that's beneficial to the Empire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because they have
He
a
said-
14-hour window where it's like, oh, well, let's just evacuate then. And then we get, what, hard cut to Fezzen, where they're being yelled
I
at?
hate Pheasants so much. These guys are idiots. I mean, Kesselring is actually incompetent. He is a moron. And they're like, I feel like they show wants us to make us think that he's really smart or something. I'm like, all of his diplomacy is idiotic. Anyone could talk circles around this idiot if he wasn't
Okay,
surrounded
I
by
think the
even
point is
stupider
that
people.
the Alliance politicians are also really stupid, which is why it's working. Because he basically goes like, yeah, we told you to do that, but like you didn't have to, so it's not our fault that you did that, actually. Like, you could have just said no, and like, we kind of just asked and you did it, so like that's your fault actually. Which he's right. Like the Alliance
He's not right at all.
No, the Alliance should have just told him to fuck off.
Well, yes.
Oh, but then after being called out for saying that, he immediately says, "Let's not talk about the past." Just like right after, and that was really funny. Like Fesna is just so slimy.
I legitimately think Kesselring's an idiot. I wish he was smarter. I wish his plans actually were a little bit more intelligent.
No, the show is about setting up that Reinhardt and Wenli are the only two smart people in the universe, and then there's like a tier below them, which is like the admirals and like people who are like their immediate like subordinates, and then like everyone else is like the tier below that, where like they're just brain dead, and that is the entire structure of the universe.
Yeah, I kind of hope that there would be like Wenli is smart at one specific thing, Reinhardt's smart at one specific thing, another person's smart at another thing. Like I was kind of hoping that like that would be the balance, and like maybe if Wenli were to like win the entire universe or whatever the fuck is gonna happen, like he's better at like divvying out the tasks to people. But
I think what
whatever.
they've set up is Reinhardt's really good at like securing an advantageous position, whereas Wenli's good at like taking control of a bad situation in moment to moment, which is why he's usually, whenever he shows up, he usually wins, but his subordinates don't have that skill, so the Empire's still at an advantage.
Yeah,
but I think that's gonna I think that's gonna be the big conflict, is the Empire and the Alliance are gonna be spread too thin, and Wenli's gonna be dominating whichever like admiral he's fighting, maybe even Reinhardt himself. But all of Wenli's subordinates are gonna get crushed fighting the better Empire admirals.
This makes me think, like, how the fuck did any of these idiots like actually get into a position of power? Like, they are so brain dead outside of Reinhardt and Wenli.
Nepotism.
Wenli didn't even try to get. He like kept failing upwards by like his people being so stupid they were dying around him, and he kept like saving himself.
Yeah, like their path up to power is believable. I agree with that. Because everyone else, no, like, how the fuck did you get here? But like maybe the nepotism, yeah, but like.
Like Reinhardt's first thing he did when he took over is like abolish nepotism effectively. He's like, yeah, actually, all of you, fuck you. And like that was the right move, because all of the Empire was like very poorly run.
I mean, the only way Wenli got into power was he was the only one to take responsibility when a planet was getting attacked.
Yeah, he like made a like minor name for himself, and then he just kept doing it. It's like, oh well, I guess he's like our ace in the hole to like save us from Reinhardt, so he has to like stay in charge of things.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like the Alliance doesn't like him and would kill him if Reinhardt died tomorrow, they'd kill Wenli as well. And like just as a testament to how good Wenli is tactically, Julian just listening to him like talk about bullshit perfectly like recited what the Empire's plan was just after it showed the Empire saying the plan. It's like, yeah, no, here's exactly what they're gonna do actually, and it was just exactly right. And I like that Mercat's immediate is like, oh, now bring this kid to the bridge with me. Actually, this kid's awesome. Okay, I guess I'll keep speaking then.
Oh. So wait, are we still on 34?
We're still on 34.
Yeah, the entire thing I wrote about Julian, I just said Julian Gaming. I forget who says this line. I don't know. I kind of just write down quotes sometimes. Someone says you're too naive. I think to Yang Wenli. And I was like, I forget. Oh, the politician when Ying's leaving.
Yeah, they have the dinner, and he's like, yeah, you're too naive. You could become the next Rudolph. Rudolph himself had like good goals before he took absolute power.
I'm just like, calling him naive is an insane thing to say to this guy who's literally proven himself to be better than literally everyone else here.
Yeah, this is
clearly knows
your
more.
savior.
I kind of agree with him though. I think Wenli is naive in a lot of ways. I think he just makes up for that by being really good at moment-to-moment thinking.
I think he's just like heavily optimistic that people are in for like for the good of it, even though a lot of people have their own ulterior motives. Wenli just hopes that they'll be doing good.
I think he's just optimistic that like there is some path forward where there will be peace.
Yeah.
Even though like everyone he interacts with who isn't like doesn't like him is like an absolute shithead who should probably be killed. He even says that Turnit being assassinated would be great, and he wants to hear that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Really, this is a few episodes ago, I think, in the books. When he's being interrogated by the people, whatever, the council, he literally mentions that he's bored sitting in his room all day, and he's like imagining torturing them. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like Yang Wenli very much.
No, I can see him saying that playfully.
I
I think
guess he's like,
I think we saw Wenli like at his like most pissed we've ever seen him.
it's just him. He was imagining torturing them for fun. I'm like, oh,
Oh yeah, I guess jumping back, him being so pissed, but like the back of his mind was like, no, I'm not gonna resign yet. I want to see this out. What the fuck are they like leading up to? And he just puts up with it for that long because he like genuinely he's so angry that he just needs to see what the fuck they were doing.
And him wanting to like, I gotta make it dramatic.
Like you can appreciate how
agree with that.
angry he was that he was sitting through something making him angrier and angrier because he wanted to see if there was a point in it that making him angry in the first place.
Yeah.
Like that's just awesome.
let's see. Oh yeah, and then poor Kempf, he couldn't resist the death flags.
Okay, before we get to that, the ship v ship battle was so funny. And this is the tactic that I really liked, where they were backing up at the same speed, so the Empire full throttles it, and then they're just like, yeah, okay, form a ring. And then because they're full throttling it, they just fly straight into the ring and get shot at from all sides. It's like, yeah, I don't think spaceships should be allowed to do that, but I think for like space boats, as we're picturing them, that would work.
Yeah.
These boats
I
can't
will
turn
say
fast.
that's also the first time they actually do like 3-dimensional stuff as well, because
Yeah,
it's always been the
that's true,
plane
that's
the
true.
entire time.
Yeah, he literally pulls into a ring. It's like, oh, that's really smart. Yeah, force them to like full speed in a way that they can't stop because of how momentum works, and then just shoot at them when they go through.
But also, if they're like, I'm pointing, I'm doing the motions in my hands, but like if they're in the center, the other people, you're gonna be shooting at your own allies if you miss. Like I feel like
Okay,
that's a little dangerous position right there.
to steelman it, we've seen that their shields are shitty, but they do work at distance. I'm just assuming that the distance between like opposite sides of the ring is far enough that like the shitty deflector shields will just not blow up the other ship.
I guess. The other thing I was thinking of, they could probably tune their weapons to only shoot a certain distance as well, because it's laser and stuff.
I mean,
I'm sure
they
they
say
can
a
figure that
ring
out.
too in 3D. They didn't necessarily have to be shooting like they could have been only shooting directly where there's no other ship and like just have holes and like alternate on the ring, so that all the blasts like even if it missed wouldn't hit. Like I think there are ways to do that where it's not a perfectly enclosed ring, so there's lots of free space to do things.
Yeah.
Because whenever they show the like amorphous blob chart, there is like
Yes.
hundreds of thousands of kilometers between those ships sometimes from the graphics.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's plenty of room for them to like shoot without hitting each other. And that was just my favorite tactic that the show has used so far because I think that's funny and I think it would work.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kemp
alright,
finally gets
Kemp.
the idea that Reinhardt, Oberstein, and Wenli all had an episode prior. But it's a bit too late, Kemp. Unfortunately, Wenli's here now, so it won't work.
He does get the idea eventually, though. Like he's not an idiot entirely.
No, I mean, he's an admiral, so by virtue of being an admiral, you assume he's smart enough that like eventually he'll figure out a good idea, even if he does a bunch of bad ones first. I don't agree that like the Fortress would turn that fast if they only blew up one engine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mentally just picture they blew up like 3 or 4 engines, but that would work if they did that.
It did look like it was just like spinning out of control. It's
Yeah.
absurdly fast, like taking out ships on the way.
Yeah, it just like that was cool too because it was the gravity of the like planetoid object like ripping apart the ships as it like rapidly approached them. It wasn't even it hitting them.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of expecting them to bring up like the Roche limit at some point. It's like, yeah, we're gonna fly so close that the 2 planets will start ripping each other apart.
Oh yeah, they just kind of ignored the gravity aspect once it was like, right next to them.
Yeah.
Did that with an Australian accent.
You really
Right
did.
next to them. No, he's just speaking for
Me?
Pyric, so
Or
Pyric understands.
Yeah, you
wait,
said that.
me? I said that.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
Oh,
Roik next to them.
oh.
Right next. Yeah. Pyric, can you
Hey, thanks,
translate the
guys.
comments? Thanks.
You're playing up to our audience.
Yeah, you gotta appeal. If we lose him, we have no one.
Crikey.
I guess Spooky has to watch this, and maybe Pirate if he watches it, because they're not here.
We learned Alliance is spending 30% of their whole budget on the military.
Damn, I wonder if there's any other
Insane.
nations that spend a lot of money on their military.
I think we only do 16%. But yeah.
Didn't they specifically cite that as like the lower limit of what you should be spending? I'm pretty sure they specifically
I
say
don't
like
know.
15%. Where it like starts to become an issue. Either way.
Yeah, but we're at war right now.
That's true. If you keep declaring wars, you can justify spending that much, actually.
That's literally part of that. Yeah. Anyway. Let's not bring Leg into here.
Look, it's okay. Leg would never watch this because I don't know, but Leg would never watch this.
This isn't feminine enough for him.
I'm gonna upload this. It's gonna be like 5 a.m. in Japan where he is, so he won't see the upload, so he'll miss it. I like that they shoot the fortress and just immediately entirely goes up in flames. I don't know why. It's not like they hit it in like a different way. They just shot it the same way they shot it the other times, and this time it worked. Almost making it like, yeah, if they shot it one more time anyways, it would have blown up.
I think it was just that it finally started wreaking havoc to everything, or at least like the armor was no longer functioning anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Kemp's death flag paid off. I can't believe they showed him with his kids saying, "We're gonna go see Grandma, guys."
Yeah.
Hey, what do you mean? I've never not come back from a battle, right, wife?
You
I'm
can't
glad
just say
that-
that, Kempf. Come on, man.
Yeah. Pyrex, you were a liar. You said Pyrex said it was just a fatherly father, like father versus father action going on. What a liar.
I'm glad that Reinhardt sent the sensitive artist to comfort his wife.
True. Also, Mueller should be dead. That was like a spine crack, and he also hit his head pretty hard.
Yeah, that was weird. Is that what that was when he was like expanding his chest or something?
Yeah, like he broke 16 ribs or something. They said. Like
Yeah.
that is a nuts level of damage
Oh.
that he took.
Let me see.
He comes back the next episode. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm all healed up.
I mean, they did say he's going to be out for a few months.
I mean, okay, this is space.
For reference,
Future.
humans have 24 ribs. He broke 16 of them.
Okay, it might have been 12, but either way, he broke at least half of his ribs. Like
Yeah,
it was
they
a
just
two-digit
put him in
number.
16. Yeah, I remember. I swear it was 16.
They just put him in the sleep pod, right?
Yeah, they put him in
probably
the
have like
sleep pod for, like, 2
advanced
months.
healing or something.
Ribs do grow back. Team Fortress 2 taught me that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back in like 2 episodes or something. That'd be so funny.
I mean, he
Why
will,
has
because
such
in 2
advanced
episodes,
healing.
probably 4 months have passed.
This is true.
I liked that Kemp's last words were "my apologies to Mueller." Like, yeah, he kind of fucked him over. And then Mueller decides that he is Chekhov's gun. He will fight Wenli again.
Yeah.
I don't think he's winning.
I don't think that. I also don't think that's gonna get payoff.
Yeah, that might not get payoff.
I mean, what about the little kids who say they're going to go kill Yang Wenli?
Oh god, I hope all of them show up at once. Like Wenli has to fist fight children and like broken rib Mueller and.
Wenli's gonna be forced to drop an atomic bomb. It's just gonna the 2 kids are gonna be sitting there.
I think Wenli wins them over to his side. the kids join.
You're about to say he wins the fist fight.
Well, he'd win the fist fight against the kids, I think.
I think he wins the fist fight.
Mueller depends how healed his ribs are by then.
This is true. No, Mueller full strength 100% beats Yang Li.
We're gonna power scale it. Mueller at his strongest versus Wenli at his weakest.
Well, maybe when he comes back, right? Maybe.
Yeah, now we know what to answer for. If we play Power Skeletal and Mueller and Wenli show up, I think Wenli takes it.
Where's the video game? Where's Legend of the Galactic Heroes video game where you have our like little tier list?
I mean, there are games. We can look into them for end of book club activities for like bonus.
Where's my Legend of the Galactic Heroes 2D fighter?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm a Shenkop main.
You play Shenkop and he literally just like solos.
You would be, wouldn't you? You'd pick a top tier, wouldn't you?
I don't know, because fucking Siegfried is now a Force Ghost, so I think he might be able to beat Shenkop.
Dude, yeah, Reinhardt's just gonna his Reinhardt's ultimate move is just find a can or a pipe and just beat the shit out of you.
Reinhardt's used to the fountain, you are not, so if you plan the fountain stage, Reinhardt won't be as distracted. But no, final episode. I like the fact that it showed Mittermeier and Vrundal crushing like overly ambitious alliance people who weren't.
Oh yeah, they just killed them all. They're all
he just
dead.
like wiped out two fleets.
So I mean, this is kind of a while ago. I don't really know how there's any military left on Hainason on the alliance side that aren't like already part of Yang's fleet. Are they still conscripting people somehow? How is there anyone left to conscript?
There has to be like a constant flow. I refuse to believe like they can throw this many people without.
All right, into the accelerated growth sleep pod, child. You will be 18 and on the front lines within 6 months.
I don't know how there's anyone left.
Yeah, the numbers don't make sense. You gotta remember that.
But like, just the fact that they mentioned multiple times, like, oh, by the way, our entire fleet was wiped out. Everything, all of our soldiers are gone.
I mean, as far as the numbers go, the Empire lost almost 2 million troops this fight. Well, dead or injured, but like that insane number of people just dead. Although they did lose a fortress, so that kind of makes more sense than when like ships get destroyed.
Well, no, yeah, I mean, for the fortress, they evacuated everyone out, all the civilians and whatnot. Only the military is going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that means they did just lose like 1.8 million like trained troops. That's not even civilian casualties. That is a huge blow to the Empire's forces.
Yeah.
Because that's 2 admirals, like entire fleets essentially. So we can assume we probably break that down to each admiral probably has like half of that number each, give or take. So we'll say about 1 million troops per admiral for their fleets. Plus a bunch of reserves. But no, Tiny's favorite faction, Pheasant, scheming again, getting rid of Shaft.
They're so annoying.
I
just wish they were smarter. I'd be fine with them if they were more intelligent enemies, more intelligent antagonists.
Oh yeah, the one guy. We learned that one guy was that the leader of Pheasant's like son or whatever.
Yeah, in my notes I wrote that his bald man fucked haired man's woman or
mom.
It's Kesselring. His name's Kesselring. Don't forget it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember Kesselring.
It's literally a Rance character.
I know, but I'm not gonna remember that his name is that.
Whoa! Spoilers for Siren.
Is he gonna become? Is he gonna
For me,
become
whenever
bald?
I
Just
play
like his
it.
father? Will he be bald?
Are there any
Will
bald
who be
Rance?
bald?
Oh no, there is a bald Rance character. Then that's not even a spoiler.
Yeah,
Siren met him.
I mean, Keith.
Yeah, Keith.
Yeah. Yeah, Rance. And
God, that is a spoiler actually. Would it be cheating to list Rance as my favorite bald and female characters in all of media?
forget all these spoilers when I play it in like 6 months.
None of these
These aren't real
like important.
spoilers.
Yeah, none of these are like pirate tier. Pirate would get angry at you. Spoilers, not actual spoilers.
Oh, like me spoiling the Mushoku Tensei of like, oh, she has blue hair.
Fuck.
Yeah, we just said that.
Reinhardt places surveillance on the Pheasant ambassadors.
Yeah, Reinhardt also is like, yeah, place it on them. I don't care if they find out. In fact, it's probably better if they find out. Maybe they'll cut the shit. That's based.
I like that move.
Before we get to there, though, I like that Reinhardt and Hilda just casually have like full dinners and like, talk philosophy together. I think they have great chemistry.
Yeah. I gotta rewatch a few episodes. I don't remember when she even fucking showed up. Suddenly she's now just right up there in front of everyone.
Like when Reinhardt is going to take over the Empire and like push out the other people, she goes to him preemptively and says,
Oh yeah,
hey,
she wants to be on his
Oh.
side.
Right,
shows
when
up
she
on
was the
episode 18.
yeah.
Yeah, she's hungry.
When
She's hungry.
when she took over the family, like all of her family's possessions or whatever, and then she just went over to Reinhardt and like admitted, okay, all right,
yeah, but
Yeah,
Reinhardt
seems-
respects her because
like-
she clearly is smart and she saw the way things were going. It was making.
I guess, yeah.
I wonder if
Also,
that's
somebody
gonna be
who's
a
a pretty good
scene.
person.
It's gonna
Like,
be a
that's an
scene where
insane
she tries to get with Reinhardt. Reinhardt's like, no, Yang Wenli's the only person for me.
No, Siren, that's not what's gonna happen. She's gonna like try to kiss him, and he's gonna pull back, and he's holding on to the locket of
Oh yeah, yeah.
Siegfried's hair.
Oh, Reinhardt.
She comes back next scene with the red hair.
They'll match Reinhardt's canonically red hand. I like that Reinhardt didn't punish Mueller because that's what Force Ghost Siegfried would have wanted. And then Oberstein immediately goes to Hilda, is like, hey, you fucking made him do this. To like call her out. It's like, no, I didn't. So I feel like Oberstein is going to try to get rid of Hilda. And I'm predicting that he tries to push Hilda out, Reinhardt finds out, and that's what pushes him to finally get rid of Oberstein in like 20 episodes. That's my long shot prediction.
I can see it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can see it.
yeah. I wonder how long Oberstein's gonna stay. I don't think he'll stay for the entire show. I think he's gonna get ousted. He's gonna step over too many boundaries and get ousted.
Like, I think he's going to try to push out either Hilda or like Mittermeier Rudendahl, and he's going to get hit with like too much resistance and lose his place.
I think Oberstein's the kind of guy that gets put to death.
I think Oberstein's the kind of guy that should be put to death.
Yeah.
He was. He was.
Like, he's the
going
kind
to
of
be,
guy that
but,
if you don't put to death, will just
Oh,
scheme
yeah,
and will
Byron.
like overthrow the government if you don't kill him.
Yeah.
Like, he will be back in 5 years with a knife to your throat.
The original Empire guy was right. All of those defective people should have been killed.
Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph was correct. So that Oberstein should be killed. I wonder when's he gonna bring back his shiny eyes? I want to see that again.
I do wish we cut to like Oberstein's like perspective sometimes, and there's just he has screens all over his eyes.
Okay, but you have to remember,
Using
he has a
battle
dog now. He has a dog now.
Just watching-
That's true. He does take care of dogs. So like,
yeah, he's like a nice guy, so you can't really be hating on him. The slander needs to end.
I hope they cut
Oberstein's
to
done
him
nothing
with the
wrong.
dog. Like, I hope he gets a dramatic cut to the dog flashback just before he dies. I think that would be really funny.
Yeah, it's a lie. It's just all a lie.
The dog's a fake dog. It's a robot.
It's a robot dog.
No, I hope it's not a robot dog, but I hope the dog also has robot eyes, and that's why he likes the dog, and it has nothing to do with him liking dogs. It's just like he sees himself in the robot eye dog.
He sees himself, but literally sees himself.
He's like, yeah, you know, the Empire would probably put you to death, and they originally were gonna put me to death. We should like hang out.
We should hang out, dog.
I hope the dog is just like on the brig of a ship with him, or the bridge of a ship with him. One of the episodes, and like it's just not explained, but he just has the dog with him. Alternatively, I hope there's like a major battle going, and it just cuts to like his dog sitter having antics with the dog. Just like break the flow of an episode to show off his dog that's been established. I guess the like second or not second, the middle of the episode, they're kind of setting up for the Runtal Mittenmeyer fallout, where I think Runtal goes against Reinhardt, and Mittenmeyer has to fight him, and one of the two of them is gonna die. I think Mittenmeyer dies in that, and I think Runtal regrets his decision and is stopped before he can take out Reinhardt. Is my my prediction.
Yeah,
for that
I do
plot
feel
line.
like Mittenmeyer has death flags.
Yeah, he has a wife and kid, or not kid.
Yeah.
He has a wife. Oh, his wife's okay. If his wife ever announces she's pregnant, that is his death flag. Like the second that happens, his cousin wife, to be clear. So that we don't
Mittenmeyer's
forget.
too cool. It's too
Oh,
cool
what we're
for a
talking about?
wife.
We had to step away for a second.
We were talking about the fact that they're setting up for Runtal versus Mittenmeyer, and my prediction is Mittenmeyer's gonna die and Runtal's gonna like regret having killed Mittenmeyer in a fight and be stopped before he can kill Reinhardt. Alternatively, Mittenmeyer dies and Runtal like settles down with his cousin wife, and like that's the first woman that Runtal stays with. That's the other way that could go. I think both of those are possible. Actually, that makes more sense because Mittenmeyer's dad literally set that up. Like, should we allow him at the wedding? He might steal the bride.
Oh, and that's how Runtal finally commits to a relationship.
It has to be Mittenmeyer's relationship. He vetted her as being trustworthy. Alternatively, Runtal and Mittenmeyer do their fight, but it's at the fountain. And then that's the relationship that sticks for Runtal.
Oh yeah, he doesn't trust women though. So hey, a man's a man.
They're literally setting up for the fountain scene between Runtal and Mittenmeyer by Runtal not trusting women. The fountain being shown between Siegfried and Reinhardt was foreshadowing for this plot point, actually. No, and I like how Mittenmeyer was thinking, what the hell is Wenli doing right now? Dancing with women in victory? And then he's just sick.
Yeah. That part made me laugh.
That is just,
it was like 11.
That's another
It was
cutaway
like
gag.
midnight. Yeah. It
Yeah,
made me laugh.
He's just sick.
Was Family Guy inspired by?
I could see it. I could see it.
Which is also the reason I'm just riffing off of any of you guys, because I didn't write any notes down for 35, and then I'm like, well, yeah, I watched this at like 1 a.m, so that's why.
I watched 34 and 35 today.
I briefly skimmed through all 5 episodes like I usually do before the meeting. Also, I have my notes, but I did that as well. I guess the last 2 big things that happened in the episode, though, were Wenli finally giving Julian his consent to be a soldier, and giving his whole armies are either for like taking control of people or liberating them, and unfortunately, militaries are always the former, is what history tells us.
Was that what did Wenli say that?
Yeah,
Wenli
are you
just
talking?
saying that?
Yeah, no, Wenli said that. I'm not
Okay.
taking credit for Wenli's lines.
I thought you were.
I should have though after you said that and just said no. I said that actually. Very profound thing I've said. I'm a thinker,
what a profound thing I've said is also a Yingling quote, though.
That's true. He did say that.
He does just compliment himself.
But yeah, then the episode ends by cutting to Hilda's cousin, and like I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. He's bedridden. But then it also immediately after that cuts to it saying in 1 month something huge is gonna shake both the Empire and Alliance. So I want to know what the fuck Hilda's cousin does in the next month.
I don't think that guy's. I mean, he's got to do something.
gotta do
Like
something,
they
he's gotta
wouldn't
do
introduce this
something.
character to do nothing.
Yeah, they showed him multiple times. He has screen time.
Yeah.
He has to do something.
He has to do something.
They've shown him twice now, which means he is important, and they like showed him immediately before saying something big's gonna happen. So it has to be him that's doing the big thing, but I can't think of what the like bedridden cripple is gonna do.
He's gonna draw a painting or something. Like I don't know.
He draws
He's
a
gonna
painting
start
so
walking.
beautiful that both the Alliance and
Walking.
Empire immediately like call for a ceasefire because of how beautiful the artwork is.
He doesn't paint
Oh,
though.
yeah,
He just likes
dude,
painting. He just likes art.
he paints the fountain. Yeah, and then brings
You paint the map to the fountain.
Okay, that's an important theory. If you paint to like a perfectly accurate representation of the fountain, does that still make you gay, or is it intrinsic to the physical object?
No, it radiates gay
water.
particles.
No, it's the water itself that's in the fountain.
Okay, but you're painting.
But what if you use watercolors?
Yeah, you're using watercolors that you get from the fountain.
from the fountain water.
Well, then you have to touch it. If you touch the painting, then sure, I think it works.
No, I think it has
Well, it's
like
like
an AoE
you know how like
effect.
when you know how like when you fart, there's like fart particles in there. It's like little poop particles. What if it's like little water gay particles?
What is this conversation?
I like that the water gay particles evaporate and just like AoE affect everyone in the like. Yeah, if you go in the water, it's gonna affect you more, but. Certainly, I think being in proximity to a watercolor painting of the fountain would make you a little gay. Like you'd look at that
Like
and
a
be
gay
like, man,
bomb. Yeah.
maybe I really like art.
Oh no, we
Yeah,
can't. It's
vampires are
July.
pretty cool.
We can't have this conversation. It's no longer gay month. We're too late.
Every month is gay month for the Legend of the Galactic Book Heroes Club.
Legend of the Galactic Book Heroes.
Look, as a bonus before we end this, I'll tell something Paulu literally said to me because we were gonna go to Anime North's couples quiz or whatever, and he said, "Look, if they ask for proof, I will kiss you on stage." There's a real thing that was said, so I said, "Yeah, okay, I guess I would too because it's funny, but." Also, every story Cribbles tells me is extremely gay, so this club is really gay by proxy of those two facts.
I haven't even told the bad gay stories.
I'm still recording. You're welcome to tell Pyric if you want to.
No,
The bad gay story.
It's like really gay.
I like how I DM'd you about that. You're like, "Fuck, I told you that." God, why did I tell you that? Anyways, Pyric, that's the end of the meeting. I hope you enjoyed this over 1 hour episode.